Hello everyone, this is GameLoveAndJoy showing you the basic tutorial of Dawn of War. Now here I'm actually playing as Imperial Guard because when I was a kid, when I first played Dawn of War, I started with Imperial Guard, and perhaps I'm probably going to end the game with or as an Imperial Guard. So this video shows you some basic gameplay of Dawn of War, not focusing on the Imperial Guard only. So here, this game I'm setting up is actually easy against Necrons, because Necrons generally as an AI are pretty easy to beat because of their slow mechanism in the early stage. So let's get inside the game. And Dawn of War, to be honest, actually is one of the, I think, relatively simple RTS games that we have compared to other RTS I played, like for example the most commonly played StarCraft or other RTS games that I know. I mean, Dawn of War is actually pretty simple, so I think it's simple. Just besides the insane battle that you've seen throughout my videos, and just all the explosion, the killing, and all the bloodiness and all that stuff. So yeah, the simple thing we're gonna learn is the first thing we're gonna understand the basic things. Like when I first played inside Dawn of War, what made me practice is besides learning the structure, like building stuff. So these are those buildings, and we learn one by one. So there's a barracks, obviously, and we build the barracks. And when I build the buildings, some people like to build it in a mess. I tend to build them in like a very organized fashion, because if you build a building random, let's say pull a plasma generator randomly like this, and generally if you see that when you place the next building, it becomes really bad to place the next building. For example, the HQ is even a bit annoying, although I could place it here, but some of the space were taken out because of your randomly placed stuff, so I prefer not to have that. So what I just did there,
as you wish, so shall it be done.
So that's why I prefer building them in like a very squeezed fashion. So I know that. So I know I've been using the space in an optimized fashion. And plus, if this is like a very big allied map, I mean, your ally needs some space too as well. I have a couple of games where the freaking AI just builds stuff over my territories and makes me kind of build my most important technology. For example, this what's it called, mass pattern command. And because I can't build that piece of shit, I had to build somewhere else, which is generally quite frustrating. So while we are building our infantry command, which is the very basic thing for every race where we start with, we build these little barracks, and then yeah, we start building soldiers afterwards.
It will only take me a moment.
So now in theory I'm actually a little bit slow behind, and we all know how to. So we all know that after the first group of squad comes out, we just let them take this point as quick as possible, and yeah, that's just self-explanatory. Now, sorry about it. It's just I don't like to be interrupted by these little things. So besides, excuse me. Now, building things requires some understanding as well, and maybe some skill. So because if I know some people are not really fast with their management stuff, like APM action per minute, they are not fast enough like me or other professional gamers. So there are a few tricks that makes you look like a pro. So all we need to do, like if you don't, like for example, like we got some capturing point at the same time, while at home we must make sure to build some stuff. We don't want, some people can't catch that on and understand that. So here I want to build a listing post while building my plasma generator, because I'm going to need some plasma supply. So what we can do first, we can build some engineer first. That's the first step, and then we select the worker and I press B because I can't be stuffed pressing this button. I can use the mouse if I want to, so let's go with the mouse instead, no hotkeys here, and then listing post, we put it here. Now this is what you do. Now before you start building stuff, you hold the shift button. Shift button is your best friend. So you hold the shift, here's one shift, here's second shift, and here's the third one. And after that, let's bring a release shift, and now it's all gone. Now press this button again, and now the plasma generator. Hold shift once again, build 1, build 2, build 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now what that means is, so this worker will finish this listing post in order. This here and that, and then in order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. unless you cancel it by using right click or he dies and whatever, and that will be generally annoying. Now here's the trick as well. If you want to fasten the production, because I build like so many crap like this, we can use the worker as well. So if we just go like this, just right click on the building, which means these two workers will finish this construction and then ignores everything else. So in order to let them continue to finish the rest of them, we could apply the same trick with the shift idea. So hold the shift, right click, here, 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 which means that all the workers will follow in this order, finish all the construction building. Okay? So which is the way. See, now first one's constructing, now this one's done. See, the worker automatically goes here and fix it, or build it. See, they're all doing the job perfectly. Now that saves you a lot of time, and then while they're doing that, you can upgrade your HQ, you build another squad, and make sure you reinforce them. Yep, reinforce them, so otherwise they're generally pretty weak. And also I had to upgrade listing post so we could get more resources. I told you go over there, buddy. Now, true worker working here is a bit overloaded, so while this guy's working, then we might as well build some turrets. Turrets actually sometimes necessary, sometimes not really necessary. Depends what opponent you're up against. So in easy, I literally do not need turrets. You can see generally I could just save my turret slot for attacking them, but when I was playing insane, I prefer have some kind of solid ground, so in case I lose my troops in the front, I want to use the turrets as a backup or a delay tactics before I can regroup and rebuild my army. That's the main purpose of my turret. So where do you place the turrets? Placing turrets preferably and ideally maybe along with the listing post. They just give you additional because turrets have limits. And how many command center have you built for the Imperial Guards? I kind of forgot, maybe 5 maximum center or 3. Regardless, they have a limited amount, so therefore listing posts give you addition. So, well, in this map, some maps are different, so you had to check with it. So in this map, we got 2 listing posts, which is already good enough. We just build, and again with the shift idea, so just build 1, 2, 3, 4, and unfortunately I can't fit it in. Even though I've been using my space really well, I only could fit 4 in here, unfortunately. So which means like 2 more be placed awkwardly. Maybe here, 1 more, and here. So these 2 back turrets will become the missile turrets. Okay, so alright, we build another this infantry command, and then of course we build another with the idea of the shift again. I always build with shift. This is just generally too easy. Like this guy's idle, so we just go right click here, shift again, shift, so that helps the worker ease the job. Now that's what makes the game relatively makes things easier for everybody, and that's what I'm gonna say. And yes, and hotkeys are generally quite important because some of the common ones, like the simple one, everyone know what R means. It means reinforce, okay? Because this R button you'll be spamming at it really much throughout your game, because they all, and RTS game, they're all resource war. It means that people will die, and then you had to keep reinforcing them, so all that stuff. And some of the hotkeys, because I just automatically know, it's like heavy guns. I mean, this is heavy gun weapons, so therefore the hotkey gotta be H. It's like self-explanatory or just a pure guess. Comma side for C, but sometimes use mouse click because I want to make sure it's the comma side click. I don't want to click random hotkeys, for example, upgrading my HQ. And here, most of the upgrade, like listing posts and all the stuff, I just go with U. U is just upgrade. Yeah, self-explanatory. This one I forgot. I don't know. What the hell is this? Just go U. See, just like that. Just click on the U and then it means upgrade. Okay, in battle, we generally want. Now, here's one thing we have to take notice. Troops. Oh crap! I actually forgot one important stuff. This guy. Now, in the actual battlefield, there are one thing you have to take notice is your troop stance. Troop stance is actually pretty important. It's over here. And we also got the range and melee as well. So let's go with the troop stance first. So, but by default, it's this yellow one, which is the F1 button, to the whole ground stance. Generally, I can explain it as they will hold the ground. If they see the enemy, they'll pursue it until the enemy is either dead or out of sight. Which generally is a bad stance for most of the play, because AI intended to do this hit and run tactics by accident, for example, because it's somehow they just do it, and then I lose all my troops for no reason whatsoever. And I guess some of you guys probably had the same frustration as well. So if you want to avoid that happen to you, it's important that you press the F2 button, which is, or you just press this. This one. It's the blue button. This blue stance here, which is the stand ground stance. Regardless whether it's an enemy or not, they will stand on their ground, not moving anywhere. That means that if the enemy comes here, they just start shooting. If they go away, they just go away. The only downside, the weakness of this stance is if someone has a longer range than your units, then they will just get hit for free. So therefore, you have to occasionally check on the front battlefield in case they were bullying you with like long range artilleries or bombardments and all that stuff. Everything must have a bad weakness and stuff. What the hell is this guy doing? Oh my god. Oh, but honestly, I had to check the hotkey for that because I kind of forgot, but whatever. Now, besides this, so therefore for this stance here it's F2, and that's pretty easy to remember. So all the units that you build up, like when they finish construction, you just press F2. You press F2, and then they all turn blue, which is pretty easy. But sometimes, as we get intense in battlefield, we don't want to like continuously pressing F2 all the time because it's just tedious. Now here's a trick I noticed how was it? I can't remember. But there's a trick that from the production buildings, like the barracks and these tank factories, this stands here. So basically it means all the units come out from the building will be F1 stand, which is the whole ground stand. We don't want that. We can just go press this building, press this stance, go to F2. So it means all the units once built will be going into F2 stance. So I mean these hellbounds will be in F2 stance once they get out. That will be quite helpful. But generally, if you want them to be suicidal, I think I just prefer them like F1 stance. Or even better, F5 stance. F5 is the red stance, is the attacking stance. That's like attacking is let them go rogue. They can go attack whatever they want to destroy based on their preference, and it's up to them. I don't care. You know, it's not my problem. And of course, if you have the money, like, oh, how many HQ can you build? How many HQ can you build? Okay, that'll be 4. So that'll be 4 HQ, and each HQ will be 6 of them. Therefore, will be 24 turrets in total that can be built. Of course, you get increased plasma generators as well. So here, these guys are all now. These are ranged. Excuse me. The range attacks units are preferably on F2 stands. And of course, you need to number them. Control 1, Control 2, whatever. And that will be generally quite easier. So you know, like for example, I name my production first at 4, and then these like this. So therefore, it's like a quick switch between the base and the front line like this. You can do that. That's how some pros play on StarCraft. They do that all the time. I find it tedious because I find it annoying. I prefer panning them so just in case I miss something. Like I was like, oh look, this something's going to try to bypass us, and then blah blah blah. Excuse me a second.